Rise and shine, beautiful souls. Okay, today we're going to be reviewing a video of a mother denying her baby's father access to her child's birthday party because he has another woman with him. Now, he has this other child with him too, by that woman, and she won't allow him access to the party. Now, I'm going to give you the moral of the story before I even hit play. We are going to break down the nuances of the video, but I want to go ahead and just give the moral of the story, okay? One of the things that I always go through on the internet with commenters is criticizing my poly dynamic. Okay, they say they could never be poly. They say it's having your cake and eating it too. They call it sharing. They often criticize my wives and tell them they're going to get STDs because they're sleeping with the same man. But meanwhile, they practice poly, but don't want to be responsible to it. So that's having your cake and eating it too, because when they say they want monogamy and criticize our poly dynamic, what they're saying is they're going to practice poly, but they'd like to marry or settle down monogamously. So while they're practicing poly, though, this is what leads to having multiple children out of wedlock on both sides. This is what leads to the broken relationships and the broken homes. And you're not responsible for poly is what leads to children not having fathers, children not having access to both parents like they should. You understand? You not being responsible for poly is why you won't cooperate with your baby's father or your baby's mother. You understand? But being poly is why you sleep with multiple people and create baby mothers. It's why you sleep with multiple people and create baby fathers. This is literally what's happening out here. Men are sleeping with women that they do not want to marry, getting them pregnant, and the women are taking the babies full term, even though the men don't want them. But it's crazy because they're sleeping with them, even though they don't want children with them. And then you have men sleeping with women and women getting pregnant, and they go eliminate the child, and the man wants it, and she takes it upon her hands to eliminate the child, but she slept with him and didn't want a baby with him. So they sleep together, then question their finances when they're pregnant, but they sleep together first. But they say they're monogamous. They say we're having our cake and eating it too. What do you call that? They sleep with whoever they want, whenever they want, until they find a relationship. And they don't want to be responsible for what they were doing before they found the relationship, sleeping with whoever they wanted. They don't want to be responsible for body count, right? They don't want to cooperate with the people they have children with, which is wild because your child suffers from that. But you say we're having our cake and eating it too. You say we're sharing. But if you have multiple children by multiple men, those men are sharing you. The moment that you have a child, the child takes a toll on your body as a woman. So the next man to have a child with you is sharing your body with that man, even if you're not sleeping with that man. But because you were poly and sleeping with another man before that man, and now you're sleeping with that man, now he's sharing you because it's two children that have different fathers calling you mother. They're sharing a mother. Do you understand? I want you guys to really watch this situation. These are two people who are literally messing around, okay? And now they have a child. But them not being responsible to what they were doing when they created that child is what's creating the damage in this relationship right now. The child doesn't get to see his father on this day, on his special day, his birthday. His mother is telling the father, denying the father access to his own child because he brought a woman with him. But that woman, if this relationship goes well, they already got a child together. Hopefully he's married her already. Like he didn't do that the first time, and that's why the woman is probably bitter. But this woman is potentially a mother figure to his son, to her son. Now get this. The woman who's denying him access is a mother figure to his daughter, to his child with this new woman. But because she doesn't want to cooperate, the relationship is severed. See, it's crazy, y'all, because what poly allows is for those relationships that don't last, for the children to still be taken care of because you wouldn't be alone forever. He wouldn't be alone forever. So the next person that you get, now your child, they lose in a sense because they lose their father from the home. Or if the father takes them, they lose their mother. But poly allows for them to have another father figure or mother figure. So in addition to their current father or mother. So while y'all cooperate on the outside of the relationship with y'all's children, y'all can move on and get another partner. And that partner would actually be responsible for your child as well, loving your child, protecting your child as well, if you were to cooperate right. But you practice poly, but you're not responsible to it. You understand? So many of you guys say, well, you're sharing because you're sleeping with the same man, referring to my wives. But Ladies, if you're single, the men that you're sleeping with, I can guarantee you they sleep with more than 2 women a year. I can guarantee you, and I guarantee you, you probably sleep with more than 2 men a year. So the men that's sleeping with you are sleeping with every man that slept with you and every woman that slept with them. This is all we only deal with each other, family. So 3 people is all we've been with in years. Who have you been with the last couple of years? When you start to add all that stuff up, start doing the math. You understand? And this is my problem when y'all say, hey, I don't like poly. I could never, but you are. You're literally practicing poly, but you're not being responsible to it. And that's why you have children outside of marriage. If you were monogamous, you would have saved yourself and waited till you had a committed relationship or a husband before you laid down with this person. You understand? And if you men were truly monogamous, you would make sure she has the qualities of a wife before you sleep with her. But this man didn't do that. He slept with her, and maybe he assumed she had the qualities. Who knows? I don't want to, infer too much here. But the bottom line is, he has a child with her now. They are no longer together, and she refuses to cooperate with the co-parenting thing. When poly is like, you would lovingly do that. Yeah, these 2 women will be hugging each other's necks. He's not sleeping with both women, but he has slept with her in the past. That's how they have a child. But they're going to work together. You understand? That little girl that they're holding would hug that mother's neck as soon as they see each other. You understand? Like, that woman would hug that son's neck as soon as they see each other. And they'd all have a good time because they're being cohesive. Now, some of you guys have monogamous relationships where you are cohesive. But let me invite you to consider that is poly. You're just not sleeping with the other person, but it's multiple families coexisting, making one family, one tribe. That is poly. And our ancestors had something brilliant, family. But we so lost up in jealousy and control and ownership that we can't see what our ancestors was practicing was better for the children. Monogamy is sufficient for our egos. But for the children, as you can see, monogamy destroys that. As soon as you guys can't handle a relationship no more, y'all refuse to cooperate with the child. Like, take care of the child, and that's a problem. But let me get to this video, okay? I stated the moral of the story. We're going to break down the nuances and complexities now, okay? These issues that go on inside these relationships. Let's go.
Here. Dude, she want to see her brother. Like, you need to let her go up and see her brother. It's his birthday. So you're not going to let us up? You're not going to let us up? You're not going to let us up? It don't matter. It don't matter. It's what you mean. It's his birthday. It don't matter. So Gina, you gonna be bitter? You're not gonna let him see his sister? You're not gonna let him see her brother? What you mean? It don't matter. Hey, so you're not gonna let him come say nothing to me? He said hey. Okay, wow. So you're not gonna let us up? You're gonna be paid like that?
She put her arm in front of her son, blocks him from going to his father, and says he said hey. Like, she's going to control this whole thing. It's going to go the way she wants it to go. Now, a lot of you guys have said, okay, whenever you have children, co-parenting, what a lot of times the mother will do is weaponize the child. The parties are always going to be where she wants them to be, and you probably won't get the details. You'll miss it. You guys remember Kanye West complaining about Kim Kardashian doing just that to him. Why this is being done as a manipulative tactic, I do not know. That is their father, and because y'all didn't work it out, now all of a sudden it's me and my child and how I want to celebrate them, and he just has to tag along and fit himself in wherever he can. Not working together to plan a party for your child like you would if y'all were together. See, it's a huge breakdown. Yeah, we ain't gonna be together, but we're also not gonna cooperate with the child the same either. Because I want to torture you. I want you to feel punitive treatment because you didn't marry me, you didn't be with me. This is why they say she's bitter. You understand? Now, a lot of you ladies may say, you don't know what he's done to her. You don't know what he has caused. Right now, he's trying to see his child at a birthday party. Could there be several reasons why she does not want him to see the child? Absolutely, there could be. And you can make all those reasons prevalent over your child's needs. You can do that. You can be very selfish and say, I got reasons why I don't want him to see the child. If he's not harming the child and y'all just don't get along, then you are being selfish because you're denying your child for your own feelings. You're choosing your feelings over your child's feelings. And what's going to happen is your child's going to be traumatized for not seeing their father on that day by how you turn them away. Your child will be traumatized by that. You're not going to be traumatized by your baby's father visiting your child on his birthday. So what you are doing is taking something that you can handle and just saying, I'm going to put something on the child that they can't handle, something they're going to have to deal with for the foreseeable future. And I'm going to do that just so I can have my way today. You're weaponizing the child so you can have create leverage to have control in the relationship, even though it's not a relationship, because it feels that she feels that it gives her power in that situation. Not specifically speaking about this woman, but when it happens and people weaponize children, men and women alike, I think it gives them some type of control. But what it's really doing is destroying their future self, their child. You understand? Let's continue.
See, you might see, Gina, you really mad that I'm with her. That's why you really mad. That shit was years ago. That shit was years ago. But they are, listen, Gina, they are brothers.
See, he said that was years ago we was dealing with each other. Like, you still mad that we didn't end up together? And she goes, well, in a couple of years, it'll be somebody else, so bye. So now she's living in how he dates. You understand? What you need to know, family, is if you're not going to be with somebody, who they date after you can't do anything about. All you can do is be there for your child. And this is why you got to consider if you really want to separate. As a man, you know, if you leave that woman, you are still responsible for her in some way. Now, if it's a woman that you are with, you're giving her your provisions in your life, right? Protecting and providing. Well, if it's not your wife and she has your child, it's still that. You're still providing because you still got to provide for your child. And if she's going to be kicked out or homeless, you're probably not going to let that happen. So I've seen my brother sending out, money for lights and money for all this stuff that wasn't really about his child, because he wanted to make sure his child was in a comfortable situation because the mother wasn't doing well at the time. You understand? And if she's with some guy that is hitting her or harming her in some way, I'm sure you're going to go protect her, because I know you don't want your child to grow up in that or witness that. You understand? So your life and your provisions is still going to be given to her in some way. You understand? So this is with you leaving her. You're not even being with her at all. Because she has your child, you're still going to be responsible for that situation. You understand? Same way, ladies. Same way. And now here's the kicker. As a man, you know you're responsible for that, but you still can't live in who she dates. You still can't control who she sees. You understand? Now, ladies, you can't do that either. No, you don't have to provide for him or necessarily protect him with your life. But at the same time, you need to understand that you cannot use your child to try and control who he sees in the future. A lot of y'all will say, I don't want no other woman around my children. Listen, if y'all separate, you need to understand that that's potentially going to happen. And now you're living and trying to control that. Well, you should have put all that effort into maintaining the relationship so you didn't go through that. You understand? And now you're saying, well, it'll be somebody else in the future. So what? You don't get to control that. You understand? But again, Polly would understand that even if there's someone else in the future, that's another mom, another set of hands. You understand, family? Another person that can uplift, teach, and offer something to the tribe. But in a monogamous style type thinking, it's like, oh, this other person is threatening and all this type stuff. They're threatening who I am in this relationship or whatever. Like, so there's this jealousy, even though she's not with him. If he had shown up without her, he would have been in this party just fine. And I bet he could have probably slept with her too. But she's denying him because he has this woman with him. That's crazy. Let's continue.
And sisters, this is a birthday party. Thank you. Can you Shell, can you tell her? Because she's being petty. She's not trying to let us.
And you can't tell him nothing. So you have this person over here telling him that you need to let him see the baby, man. This is crazy. And then here she is saying, you just don't know what he has put me through. Right. I'm bitter. I'm holding on to grudges. So because of what he has put me through in the past, today in the present, I'm refusing him to have access to his child's birthday party because of stuff he did in the past. Punitive treatment. I can punish you because I'm not happy with how you treated me in the past. So you're going to suffer in the future. Your child is who gets destroyed by this. Let's continue. Now, again, this is his daughter right here. And he's like, this is his sister, yo. They could be up there hugging and playing. He could be walking her around, holding her little hand, having fun with her right now. But no, she's up there saying, no, you can't come up here. This is her second mother figure right here, saying that denying her access to this party. The children have to go through this because we can't get over our probably very small problems, very trivial problems and issues. You understand? Let's continue. We make them bigger than our child. Make the problems bigger than our child. It's crazy.
Up here because she really mad that I brought my girl. Like, that don't even matter.
It don't matter. Come
Look, she want to see her brother though. It don't matter. You on some bull. Dude, this is a kid's birthday party.
Now she's deflecting, saying that they are ruining the birthday party. But if you allow him into the party, he wouldn't be still sitting here begging to come in. But I will say this, as a man, if you find yourself in this situation, unfortunately, man, just leave the party, because you sitting there arguing with her about it is going to traumatize the children further. She says, no, you can't come to the party. I know you don't like it. I know you don't want to hear it, but it's nothing you can say to convince her. It's just going to cause a huge altercation, traumatize the children, and you're still not going to go in this party. So just leave. Just leave, and you'll have to just try and pursue this in a different way. Hopefully in court, maybe they can hear you out, and you guys can get something, get some type of thing established where y'all can work together then. But in this moment, it's emotions are hot. You went all the way there to see your child, and I can definitely understand how upset you are, how driven you must be to try and overturn her ruling, right? To try and convince her to stop the foolishness. Absolutely understandable. You probably will say something, probably won't just walk away as soon as she says no. You probably will try and talk her into it. But at this point, he should have walked away by now. She's not going to listen. So to me, once a neighbor would have said, or that other person there would have said, look, you need to quit tripping. Let him see his child, like, stop this. And she said, no, you don't know what he put me through. I'd have just been like, okay, cool. Okay. Well, son, I'll see you later. I love you. I'll make this up to you, son, and we would have left. I would have had to, because I can't stand there and create this trauma for my son. I can see him sitting there seeing me, and he can probably see the look on my face that I'm upset. You understand? And so it's best to just not create that for him. You understand? It's crazy, but it's best not to. Let's continue.
Kids party. I'm not leaving nowhere. What? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. What I'm saying. So you're not gonna let her come? So listen, Gina. Listen. Hold on.
I don't know if she told her to put the baby down, like we can squab up, or put the baby down and the baby can come in and you can't. Either one is wrong. Like, I don't even see why she even telling her to put the baby down. Like, this is all deflection. She said what she said, so maybe he should just, like I said, stop asking. But this is all deflection because she doesn't want to address the issue, the actual issue. Why you won't let him come to the party? Like, you're just saying it's because of how I treated you in the past, or you don't know what I put you through. What did I put you through specifically? The reason I can't see the child today? Why are you trying to punish me? She's not trying to go into that. It's just you can't come in. The moral of the story is she don't want him in there, and so she'll say whatever she can to keep that from happening. Who knows what she's feeling right now? Who knows what you ladies are feeling when y'all do this? But I'm trying to tell you, though, regardless of what you're feeling, your child is getting the damage from this. Let's continue.
Baby, don't worry about it. Listen, Gina, they are brothers and sisters. You need to get over that. You need to get over that. We want to come up. I'm putting it on the internet.
You want to see his child?
No, she don't have to go in the car. We bought gifts. We bought two. We want to come up. This is his little sister. Why can't he come up? It's a birthday party. It's his birthday. I'm supposed to be here. His sibling. What you mean? Why he want to come? What do you mean?
How about none of y'all? Bye.
We're not going nowhere.
Bye.
Because it's.
There it went. See what? Like, we got gifts. She want to see her brother. What's she gonna do here anyway? Like, it doesn't matter. We at the party. Like, we're here. And why is she here? Why you here? It's like she didn't want to be specific, but it's like, why is she here? See, she didn't want the other lady there. That other lady there is making her feel uncomfortable. And it's probably the monogamy thing. She doesn't know how to separate the two. You were in a relationship with this man. So you guys probably parented your child together for a short while. Well, now that man is not with you and he's with another woman. That probably makes her feel uncomfortable having another woman there with, again, that possession type thing. And so she doesn't want, it makes her feel very uncomfortable. So it's like, heck, nah, I'm trying to have a good day and experience my child. I don't want to have to be feeling no uncomfortable feelings on my child's birthday. So it's really about her. I'm telling you, it's better for the child that both parents are there. And if that's the person in his life, it's better that she's there too. That's his mother figure. That's his second mother figure, family. That's a beautiful thing, actually, but y'all hate that. Y'all hate that other woman. You won't want that woman to love your child or that child to love that other woman. And a lot of you guys will have this type of thing where you don't want the child to call the other man father, or the father to have a relationship, that other man to have a relationship with your child. But you didn't make the relationship work, man. And that's what's going to happen. So you're not truly being responsible for your actions when you were poly, when you were sleeping around. And now you're not being responsible for them. And what you're doing is you damaging the community by creating these traumatized children with no fathers and mothers. No knowledge of how to create a family or hold one together, because they come from broken homes. So all they know how to do is just recreate a broken home, the cycle. Because we don't want to step up and be responsible. We want to live in our emotions and control everybody if they don't line up with our emotions. And that's very sad and scary, because it's just going to keep on breaking the community down and down and down. Let's go.
Not going nowhere. Because it's.
You bitter. You need to get it together. It's over.
Can you tell her it's over? How long has it been? How long has it been? Years. It's been years. So why can't he come up? Why can't she come up? What did she got to do with it? So you're not gonna let us come to the party? You're not gonna let us come to the party?
It's not too chilly.
Can you talk to her? Shell, can you talk to her? Gina, why is you so mad? Gina, why is you so mad? Why is you so mad?
Not scared either.
Look at all that.
That's okay, Mike. I'm putting this on in there. Come on. Bye. That's okay. That's okay. She crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy.
It's okay.
That's okay, baby. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You'll see your brother next time.
It is crazy that something like that happens, man. It has to happen, yo. And it's sad that he has to put it on the internet. But I want to tell you, none of these people on the internet can do anything to change her mind. You're just going to have to go to court. Unfortunately, nobody's going to be able to change her mind. She doesn't care. She cares only about how she feels. The whole world couldn't convince her that she's wrong. And she has this leverage to be able to control the child to a degree. So she doesn't care what anybody else has to say. She's going to use that power to her advantage regardless. Just imagine you could have a beautiful family where all of your children are getting along and they all are loved on equally and get to see y'all. But this person is angry because they couldn't be with you. And now they make your life a living hell. And now your children can't see their sisters and brothers. And now they don't get to know each other because they don't want that to happen. For what reason, though? That is their sister and brother. If they had a sister and brother, they'd want to know them. Family is sad. And a lot of y'all say, well, Kevin, you trying to tell the world to be poly. No, I'm telling you to be responsible for your actions. If you're monogamous, wait until you know a person's going to be with you before you lay down with them and have children. Because if you don't do that, what's likely going to end up happening is you're going to have children and you're not going to make it to marriage. You're not going to. And now you're probably not going to be single for the duration of your life. So now that next person is going to have to come into your life and father your children or mother your children. And now you're going to be dependent on the other person that you weren't with to cooperate with you and be cohesive in that relationship now. That's no longer sexual at all. And it seems that we're not really able to do that, and to a large degree. It seems that our communities are being destroyed because people just can't seem to get along after they're not in a relationship no more. But it's crazy because the way we actually, our human dynamic, the way that we are built is men procreate. You understand? And we understand this. Now, if you say I want a man to be monogamous to me, this is a man saying, I'm going to try to put aside my biological needs, the way I was created my biological drivers to be monogamous and sleep with one woman. Now, this is men trying to do that. But biologically, naturally, mammals don't act like that. Do you understand? So what we have is a social system, a culture that we're trying to adhere to. But what they're doing is they're waiting until they're in a relationship to promise somebody monogamy before they even try to do it. So what a man will do is when he's single is he'll be his natural self. And that means like sleeping with whoever he possibly can. You understand? Or sleeping with multiple women at least. It's not being absent until he finds somebody. I can tell you that. So you know you got a poly man until he's monogamous and he's trying to give you a commitment. You already know this. Most of you ladies don't even want an inexperienced man. So you're saying, I want a man who has been out there. So you're saying, I want a poly man.
So a lot of you guys may say men are poly, but women are not. I want to invite you to consider this, okay? A lot of ladies, I'll tell you this, find me a virgin woman that's over 25, over 20. This proves that women are poly. If they're not waiting till marriage, they're practicing poly. You understand? Now, what you're saying is women are saying, I want a man to only be with me, monogamy style relationship. But she's saying, I want this man to cancel off his biological drivers when he meets me and never sleep with nobody else. But I am not going to be faithful and keep myself abstinent so I can earn a man like that. I'm going to sleep around till I find that guy because I have needs. She's poly because in doing that, she ends up with children out of wedlock. That's what this lady here, she has children out of wedlock. And once you have children out of wedlock, even if it's within wedlock and you divorce, if you get another man, that's you being with another person. That means that man is going to father your children. That means that your womb has already been used by another man. Your body's already taken a toll. Now the man, his body takes no toll when birthing children. This is why I tell you guys, the man is literally made to pollinate the earth, to populate the earth. He can shoot out 1 billion children and it feels good to him. You have one child and it takes a toll on your body. Do you understand? So your body takes a toll on your body. So if you already have a child, you're poly. The man would be sharing your womb that you already used with another man. You're not the same. Do you understand? We're not built the same. And what we're saying is we should be treated the same. That makes literally no sense. If a woman lived like a man, okay, just laid down with every person that she wanted to and slipped around like a man tries to, she would literally have to say, let me take the time to understand when I'm ovulating because men don't have to worry about getting pregnant. Let me space out time between my partners so I know who the baby daddy is because men don't get pregnant and have to worry about who the baby daddy is or baby mama is. You know, this is not something that men have to worry about. See, if you take away the condoms, you'll see women start practicing monogamy again. They'll say, I'm not sleeping with this man because that could lead to pregnancy. So he's not worthy. Let me not do it. But if you bring in constant condoms and contraceptives and birth control and abortions, right? When you bring all this in, it's okay. We definitely can play Russian roulette now, right? I got needs now. Oh, he's sexy now. Oh, he can get it now. Right, absolutely. Right. No longer waiting for your king. No longer waiting for that man who you want to be monogamous with you. You're going to give away your body, which lowers your value for when you meet your husband. But if you truly wanted a husband to be faithful to you, you should have been faithful to him. Because monogamy looks like you're not sleeping around until you find your man. So please understand this. If you are a woman and you are a virgin, okay, you want a man to be faithful, committed to you and be in a monogamous relationship. If you want that, know that every time you sleep with someone before you meet that man, you're throwing it away. Piece by piece, you're throwing a piece of you out. You're losing your value to that man. Because by the time he meets you, and now you've been with 30 dudes, you got 2 children by 2 different dudes. And now you're saying, I still want your monogamy though, even though I wasn't faithful to you before I even met you.
See, in poly, a man could say, I still want to marry you. I still want to have children with you. Even though you have children outside of me, I still want to marry you. In poly, a man would say that. A man could say that and still see the value in you. But if you guys are saying, I want a man like this that don't have no kids, he's 6 foot tall, he makes 6 figures, he's only going to be with me, then that man has every right to say, yo, why do I want to father somebody else's child? Because they're thinking monogamy too. Why would I want to do that? But a poly man would see the value in you still. But you guys are saying, well, I could never. But you are. If you have children already outside of wedlock, and the man that you're looking for ain't going to be that child's father, you are poly. If you have children outside of that man and you still sleep around. If you have sex at all, and if you're not abstinent, you're poly. Okay? Because the person that you're sleeping with, I can guarantee they're sleeping with multiple people. And frankly, I can almost guarantee that you are too. You're poly, family. Okay, if your child calls more than one person daddy, you're poly. If your child calls more than one person mother, you're poly, family. Even if you're not having sex with that other person, you're poly.
You have multiple relationships and it shows. If you're not a virgin, you're poly, family. Do you understand? Now, if you were married, kept your marriage, kept your virginity till you got married, or you, cause sex is marriage. So if you've only been with one partner in your entire life, then yeah, you're monogamous. But other than that, family, poly's put in place for those people who having that sex that one time with that one partner completely decimated their value. Because back then, your value was gone once you did it. It was a wrap. So poly allows for you to still have value. But y'all saying, yo, I don't want poly. But you practice poly. It's crazy. I knew I wanted a husband, but I still laid down and slept with all these men, even though I knew I wanted a husband. But I expect this man to get with me and be with only me. Now, since I'm ready. Do you see how, like, karma, the universe is not going to give you that because you're not putting that into the universe? And you might get mad at me for telling you the truth, but I'm telling you right now, manifestation works like practicing what you preach. If you say you want a good man, you be a good woman. If you say you want a good woman, then you be a good man. That's what it looks like. If you're a man and you saying, well, I'm looking for a really good woman, but I'm gonna sit here and just run my body count up and sleep with as many women as I can, then by the time you meet your wife, she is not gonna be a virgin, family. What can you expect? Are you one? Like, think about this, family. Can you really truly say I've earned that? I know you guys maybe say, well, I'm a man, I shouldn't be, I don't have to be a virgin. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But you need to understand this, family. Manifestation looks like if you're not going to be the best person you can be, you cannot expect to meet a person at their best. So if you practice in low discipline, you sleeping with everybody, you doing all this type of things, the woman that you're going to meet, now you require her to have discipline, to have standards, but you don't have them. Man, you're not about to get that. I'm just going to be honest with you. You're not going to get that. If you've used other women, then you're going to find a woman that'll use you. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's true, though. So you got to understand that, family. Practice what you preach.
So you got to have this bad taste in your mouth for poly because you imagine, well, sharing of somebody at the same time that you're supposed to be intimate with them. But really, the lifestyle that you guys are living is creating a horrible environment for the children. So maybe you should stop being so judgmental and look at the actual world and say, what would the world look like if we were responsible for our actions? It would be being poly because you practice being poly. Nobody makes you do that. Nobody puts a gun to your head and make you go out here and practice to be poly. If you truly wanted to be monogamous, be abstinent, wait until you find somebody, marry them, and then have children with them, like you're supposed to in monogamy. But you guys are not doing that now. But you're coming for me. Meanwhile, look at the relationships that you guys are creating. When you're poly, you don't create these type of relationships. You already know what it is. You expect that. And you welcome it in because it creates tribe. No child goes without a mother or father. None of them. None of them. You'll get it one day, family. Till next time, be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you have found yourself. Peace.